Smalley would like to congratulate all the teams participating in today's tournament. The Smalley Team Captain 1000 Legacy is the official ball of the Minnesota Boys High School basketball tournament. Go to Smalley.com to see the full line of Smalley products. The 45 team enters in the left as the great penalty. Left ball with Dr. Chuck Hill and Leslie Sitcom like the Big Bang Theory and Modern Family. 5 nights a week on 45 TV. And the students in the Minnesota State High School League remind you to hold high standards for yourself, engage positively, and demonstrate great sportsmanship.
That's the noise canceling color, right?
No.
No.
Oh, the noise canceling? No, here. You're on noise canceling now. You're good.
Good?
Yep.
All right, and you want to go...
Whenever it's live. You're good.
All right, welcome everybody to Williams Arena, the site of the Minnesota State High School League 3A tournament. And the Orono Spartans making their third straight trip, beating Benilde all 3 times in the section final to enter the tournament once again. And they will have a familiar foe. DeLaSalle comes to town here, crosses the city from one side of Minneapolis to the other to make about their 12th or 13th straight visit to the state. We're soon going to turn it over to the public address announcer. We're so excited for you to be joining us on Wooly Vision. I am Glenn Gunderson here for Rob and Wooly. We are at Williams Arena at the University of Minnesota, Orono. Their third straight season, taking a shot at DeLaSalle, one of the perennial powers in the history of Minnesota basketball, have won more state championships than anybody in this class. And we'll see them come out against our favorite team, the team in navy and scarlet, the Orono Spartans. Teams going down to the locker room. There's 5, almost 6 minutes left on the clock before we get started here. Robin filming from the upper lower deck here at Williams. Crowd filling in, great student section and a band all set to go. We're standing up about row 25, 26 here at Williams Arena. Orono coming off a smackdown of their conference rival, Benilde. Benilde went undefeated in the conference, won the championship, had beat Orono twice during the regular season, and Orono came back with an incredible section final, pounding on the Red Knights by about 20 to make their third straight visit. Barry Wohler, no stranger to this court, as a former Gopher and a Hall of Fame coach, taken his team to the state many times, now 3 straight times. This might be a record for him for Orono basketball, getting here 3 straight. And we're excited to see this team. This might be the year that Orono can overcome DeLaSalle. DeLaSalle, according to Coach Wohler, not as strong inside. They've got good guards, Jaden Udine, and a phenomenal scorer, deep shooter. Just a sophomore, he lit it up against Orono as a freshman last year at state. DeLaSalle has kind of polished off some of our dreams the last 2 years, beating Orono in 22-23 in the semifinal of state. And last year, these 2 teams met in the quarterfinal, DeLaSalle the victor. Soon we're going to turn it over to the legendary public address announcer here for the state tournament. We're going to introduce the cheerleaders from DeLaSalle, and then each team will come out, they'll be introduced, and we will be underway for the quarterfinal game, Orono versus DeLaSalle. Stay with us. right, hey, we're awaiting the teams coming back out of the locker room. Just a couple minutes on the clock. We just heard the introductions from the public address announcer on the DeLaSalle cheerleaders. No cheerleaders from the Spartans present today. So we'll soon hear from the address announcer on each team member. At State, the tradition is every team member gets announced, which is a really cool thing. Orono coming in at 22-7. 12-2 in the Metro West, second place in the conference. DeLaSalle 23-5, 15-1 in the Tri-Metro. They won the conference once again. I would say they had a much easier trip to the section final and to the state tournament than Orono did, not playing any ranked teams. They beat Columbia Heights handily. They beat St. Anthony and they beat St. Paul Johnson. Orono, on the other hand, had to come through a gauntlet. They ended up beating two ranked teams on the way to their state tournament bid. Crushed Cooper early, and then Richfield, a shootout with C.J. Armstrong, and then Benilde at Benilde. So they hosted two games in the sections and then won their away game at Benilde for the second straight year to get to state. Head-to-head, it's interesting. Both teams played Cooper. Orono won by 53, and DeLaSalle won by 32 and 21. Cretin-Durham Hall, Orono lost by 10, DeLaSalle lost by 14. Wayzata, Orono won by 4, DeLaSalle lost by 22. And Richfield, Orono won 2 times by 14 and 10, and DeLaSalle lost by 11 to Richfield. So when you look head to head, you would say this is a game that Orono should win. They are weaker inside than they've been in a long time. They've got good guards, they can score, and they've got their tradition. DeLaSalle being here time and time again under the direction of Todd Anderson, an excellent coach, and they will come out and play the most intense half-court defense that you see in high school basketball in Minnesota. Here come the teams. They will be announced shortly. We'll turn it over to the public address announcer. Stay with us. We're on Woolly Vision at the state tournament.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Williams Arena and the 2025 Minnesota State High School Boys Basketball Tournament. Today's game is the Class 3A quarterfinals between the champions of Section 4 with a record of 23-5, the DeLaSalle Islanders, and the champions of Section 6 with a record of 22-7, the Orono Spartans. First representing DeLaSalle, student manager Xavier Correa and Ayala Zarle. Now let's meet the non-starter for DeLaSalle. 5'11" senior guard for 0, Darius Urban. 6'2" senior guard number 1, Andrew McCricken. 6'1" ninth grade guard number 5, Ty Whitlock. Pastor. 0, Brady Willie.
All right, here we go. We are back live here at Williams Arena, and our favorite team in Navy and Scarlet getting ready in their patented huddle, talking it over, getting them lined up to take on the DeLaSalle Islanders. And here we go. DeLaSalle, super balanced. Jaden Udine, a sophomore, 18 points a game. Dorian Pruitt, 15 points a game. Kamar Thomas, 15 points a game. Evan Miller averaging 11. And Devon Irvin, a defensive specialist, 6 foot, he can fly. He'll get under your skin a little bit too. He's averaging 9 points a game. So almost all starters in double figures. No real size. I would say their tallest guy, maybe about 6'4", 6'5" down there. But you watch how DeLaSalle plays defense. It is next level. But the Orono Spartans, no joke. Nolan Groves just announced as a top 5 Mr. Basketball candidate. I've got him checked all the way to the finish line on that. 34 points a game, leading all scorers in the state with 9 rebounds, 6 assists. Brady Woolley coming on like fire in this last half of the season, averaging 19 and 10, a double digit, or a double-double, almost on average for him, 3 assists a game. And Mitchell Couch, really strong season at just under 10 points a game and 6 assists. And we're underway. Here we go. DeLaSalle with the first possession. Jaden Udine, that's what he does. He is an insane, confident shooter from deep. He did it last year. He may do it again. We've got to get in his grill. And there's the post up for Groves. He's going to go right over the top. He gets defended, but it doesn't matter. He's stronger. He's more physical. He is more accomplished than anybody on this floor, frankly, in this field. The winner will take on Mankato East, the top overall seed. They'll play them on Thursday. So let's get the Orono Spartans into that game. Moving on. 3-2 now. Udine for 3, Groves for 2. And there's a deflection from Woolley. Devon Irvin taking it. He's 6 foot over 6'9". And look at Brady. He's aggressive on defense, making it happen. 2 deflections already. And Couch comes out of there with a rebound. They push the shot clock. These two teams play very different. Orono, 84 points a game nearly. Here comes Groves. Nobody going to stop him down the lane. And he draws a foul going to the line. 2 different styles. DeLaSalle wants you to grind the clock and force you into going side to side, try to get you turned over. They average about 70, actually just around 70 points a game. Orono at nearly 84 points a game on average. They've had a couple of century mark games as well. I would say Orono's schedule has been tougher overall. The Tri-Metro a little bit down. And the Metro West a little down too. Really 3 solid teams in that conference this year. And the Metro, or the Tri-Metro, really comes down to DeLaSalle in that conference. Groves lines up number 2. And it's Nolan 5, DeLaSalle 3. Let's go defense. They extend it full court. Grant Hansen been playing great defense his sophomore year, first year starting. And a 3-point sharpshooter as well. He's going to have his hands full with Devon Irvin. Devon confident, and he really can scoot. Watch number 2. He'll handle the ball a lot on top. They'll try to get Udine free. Again, just a sophomore, number 10. And there's an elbow jumper. That goes down, and we got a tie ball game. Forgive me, it's actually 4-5. DeLaSalle up. Here comes Nolan again. Impossible for those guys. He's as big as anybody on the floor, and that long stride and change of pace is like nothing we've seen in high school basketball this year. There's Udine. They went up tempo that time. 7-6 DeLaSalle. Early going here, everybody. 15:44. Let us know where you're calling in from. Grant bobbles it a little bit, trying to find Woolley down low. And the ball goes in. They call a blocking foul in the lane. He was inside of the circle, the defender was. That doesn't count. That's a foul. And Groves already starting to stack up the points. Groves with all 8 for Orono, 8 straight for him, and he'll go to the line to try to make that 9. They do not have an answer for him. Nolan, Chase Watley, Chase Thompson, CJ Armstrong. Among the final 5, I'm missing one of them. I'll come up with it. Let us know where you're calling in from on Woolley Vision or text me directly. We'd love to call you out. Udine gets blocked. Hansen closes out well. Dead ball. We got to get somebody coming back to it. And a timeout in the backcourt. Nobody coming back to the ball. Orono had it. Groves had to pick up his dribble. So 8-7, 15:09 left in the half. The first timeout of the game. So far, so good on the offensive end. They don't have an answer for Nolan. Bragan Manson, he's the other finalist for Mr. Basketball, and he led his team to a quarterfinal win. Mankato East cruising past Harding. They were up by about 50 at one point, and they ended up winning the game easily. Everybody from Mankato East got a chance to get some minutes on this floor. Shout out to one of our super fans couples, David and Darlene Gunderson, calling in from, or watching, hopefully, from Phoenix, Arizona. I know it's killing them not to be here at Williams. Thanks for your loyal fandom. Love having you cheer on the Spartans. Cooper Shan and Grant Gunderson may be tuning in from Washington, D.C. on spring break. Why don't you fix some things while you're there, boys? Here comes Nolan again. He hangs in the air and he scores. 10 straight for Nolan Groves. Impossible as he hangs in the air and gets the ball sweetly off the backboard. 10-7 now and a moving screen. DeLaSalle didn't set. They shoved Grant Hansen. Grant sold it. And it's coming back the other way. I like our chances, everybody. No inside game for DeLaSalle. Coach Wohler, in an interview before the game, said that he did not expect them to be as much of a challenge as the last few teams DeLaSalle has fielded inside, and they just don't have the kind of strength, at least what I'm seeing so far. There's a pull-up from Nolan. That one comes hard off the back, but there's our offensive rebound specialist, Grant Hansen. And he gets it into Woolley. Woolley going to go up. Easy bucket for Woolley. Over his left shoulder. Up and in. And now a 5-point lead for the Spartans. 12-7, 14-15 left in the half. Udine for 3. That comes off. And it gets tipped over to Grant Hansen. Grant with it. Going to bring it up. Nolan Groves now. He wants to push. He gets Woolley wide open. And there's a layup for Woolley. No, but and a timeout. Todd Anderson scratching his head. DeLaSalle freaking out. How are they going to stop the Spartans? Orono, 14-7. We've got them doubled up and we got a timeout.
team is continuing.
Hey, experience matters, folks. The third straight trip for the Orono Spartans and the third time they played DeLaSalle in the state tournament in those 3 years. Man, you kind of hate to see these guys on your schedule, but you can see the experience coming through from Mitch, from Brady, from Nolan. They are not daunted. They do not have any fear. They're showing that they belong here. And I think a lot of people expected them maybe even to have a higher seed in this tournament with the strength of schedule they had. And really, as we said, DeLaSalle didn't really have a strong schedule. Conference was down, didn't play nearly the quality opponents that Orono did. Here's a deep three from the college line. And they retain it. DeLaSalle gets it, and Couch almost with the steal. Devon Irvin. And that one gets kicked off of a DeLaSalle foot. Brady all over it on defense. Where's the help? There it is. Ooh, and they get bailed out on that. I don't know about that foul. They're going to call a reach or a grab or something, maybe on McGurk. Let's see who picks it up. Mitchell's first foul. 3 captains just been coming to play. So impressed with what they've brought to the team, the stability, so much emotion, so many challenges to bust through this year. The loss of Lucas, the loss of Nate Chavez to the starting lineup with his knee injury. Just a resilient group continues to find a way. Brady playing with so much confidence. Nolan, again, unstoppable at 3 levels. I got to call out Kyle Kallenbach from the 22-23 team. Just picturing him knocking down threes here against Hermantown in the quarterfinal matchup. Just the smoothest stroke. One of the all-time great dudes, too. Kyle, I hope you're watching. And another one! And another blocking foul. They keep taking that charge, or trying to, from inside the circle. And nobody can stop Nolan Groves. Nolan with 12 of the 16 for Orono so far. That comes out, and Couch high for it. Oh, I don't know. He just spun. They call a travel on that? Come on. I'm in row 25, but I could see that it was just a sweet spin. I don't think anybody expects a 6'9" player to move quite that fast. Brady with the spin. That's his patented move. He went right around the defender. They called the travel. Must have picked it up a little early. Again, full court pressure from the Spartans. You'd expect this going the other way defensively, but Orono coming at the Islanders. Starters still in the game. 3 captains plus McGurk and Hansen. And that gets blocked. And Brady pulls it down with some help from Couch. Couch going to go quick. He's got Rose for 3. Hey! Who's better than that kid? He's proven it. (19-9), an early double-digit lead from the good guys. And another block. And Nolan's going to pull it down, and here he goes. He's going to try to split it. And he does. And he gets the bucket. Woo! Nolan Groves completely dominating this one, 21-9. Islanders have no answer for the Spartans. Nothing inside either. They rely on shooters. And if we take those shooters away, Udine now on the bench. I don't know, coach talking over something with him. There's Irvin. He gets a nice pull up at the elbow. That's long. And Hansen with his second rebound. He pulls it down, gets smacked in the face, holds on to it, gets it to Couch. Look at these guys. We're going to go to the bench for the first time. Can Wisher. He's going to come in and enforce a few things. Oh, and that ball is too deep. But playing center field. Here goes Wooly, and he slams it in. On the feed from Groves. A statement from the big fella. Oh, and we lost somebody down there. Oh, Wooly crushes the boards, and he gets it to Couch. He was intimidated, Devon Irvin going up there. 23-9. Here he goes again. Pull up off the board. And there's Wooly. He gets the rebound in the bucket. A blowout ensues. Let's go. 25-9. Orono in the lead. They are playing for so much, including the honor of Luke Knutson. I just love their effort right now. There's a nice bucket over his right shoulder, a little jump hook, or kind of a stop and pop little shot there. There's a cutter, and he's getting hung on. Let's go, Wooly! Could have been a foul there. He drugged the defender all the way down. You got to get back, guys. Pruitt. All right, here we go. We got 1-on-3, but he may attack anyway. And he gets crushed going to the line. Boy, when Nolan wants to accelerate, I don't know if there are many guys as fast. He's really, really improved his foot speed year over year. Excited for this young guy. Yale commit. Let's see if that's where he takes the game to the next level. Excited about that. First one good. He's got 18 points in 8 minutes. All right, Griffin Maurer now, number 25 junior. And I mentioned earlier the enforcer, number 14, Dane Canwisher. He's going to get to throw some guys around here. Let's watch his physical play. That's going to matter. And the second one good. (29-11). Nolan with 19. Wooly already in double figures with 10. All of our points from those two guys so far. I'm going to get a little hip check in there somewhere, and Barry is hot. Wooly's first foul. Barry a little extra red in the face on that one. He just found out that the great Kyle Kallenbach is in the house here somewhere, bringing us some good luck. All right, we got a 29-13. Here comes Couch for three. No, but there's Dane, and there's Griffin. Back out to Groves. Long three. And he gets fouled. No, they're going to call an offensive foul on Griffin Maurer. Gets a fall. I didn't see it. We don't have replay up here at Wooly Vision. So you have to judge for yourself, those of you that are watching it. You got the luxury of being able to rewind at some point. All right, a little mini run from DeLaSalle. Now they've got 4 straight points. And there's Dane with that aggressive play. Oh, he's got a streaking Groves. Can he find him? They're going to call an out of bounds as Brennan stepped back. He stepped on the line. So Brennan Doherty in the game, number 30. And he did a nice fake, but as he stretched back to try to drive the baseline, he stepped on the sideline. All right, ball inbounded to Devon Irvin. Devon was a factor in 2022-23. Kind of broke onto the scene as a defender that year. And nobody helping, and a very late call on Dane Canwisher. No help there. They just let him, kind of ushered him right down the lane. So a 6-point little run here for DeLaSalle. Devon Irvin will go to the line. He averages just under 10 points a game. Again, defensive specialist and he can be ornery on D. He gets into your head. And he gets the and one, a 3-point play for Devon Irvin. Pruitt comes back in. Again, he would say he's one of the longer players, but no big guys like they've had in the past. Comes Nolan trying to go downhill. He thinks about stepping up. Here comes Doherty for 3. No, that comes off. But there's Dane, and he gets the putback. Oh, what a play by Dane Canwisher. Stayed with it. Wrestled that thing free. Put it up and in. Way to go, Dane. 31-16 now, almost a double. Now we're racking up the fouls. We're getting off our feet. Got to keep our feet on the ground, our hands straight up, and not go for those head fakes. So disciplined. DeLaSalle, they do develop some very disciplined players. What a history that team has had. Dave Thorson, probably one of the great high school coaches of all time in Minnesota, led them to at least 6 titles. Sent some guys to the NBA as well. Tyrell Terry, Jamison Battle. Gabe Kalsher. Oh, and Brennan was wide open. He turned the other way. Would have had a layup, but he turned to go set a back screen. Mitch saw him quickly, and the ball flew out of bounds. All right, now a little bit of a run now for DeLaSalle. We got to quelch this thing. 31-18 with 8:22 in the half. Brennan goes to the bench. We're back to the 3 captains, Grant Hansen, number 11, and Dane Canwisher, number 14. Here comes Irvin. They're trying to go a little more downhill now, get into the lane. They've been successful doing it. There goes Pruitt from the elbow. That comes hard off the rim, and a skying Mitch Couch gets it. There we go, Grant. Grant for deep 3. No, that's short. But Brady wrestles it down, and Couch gets it. He's right on the corner. Got to get it out of there. Somebody's got to cut. And Groves does. And they're going to call a charge this time. That time the defender was set outside the circle, and Groves going to get it. Is that his first? All right, 31-18, 6 straight at least for DeLaSalle. They're moving much better. We got to find the help. They're spreading the floor. He goes right by on the baseline and scores a bucket. 11-point lead now for the Spartans. DeLaSalle picking up some of their confidence. Mitch has got Brady, and he's going to pull from there. And that comes off. Udine with it. He's got Pruitt out there. He's got Miller. And here's a tough assignment. And a little pull-up. That one comes off. Groves gets hung on, but he's going to get the ball anyway. He gets free. Here comes Woolley. Oh, they're going to call a charge on Woolley. It's a good little 2-man break. Nolan got the ball to drop. Brady's got 2. Let's see what Coach does. He's going to keep him in. 6:43 left, 31-20. Can't have a third here, Brady. No reach. Cross court to Miller. Miller for 3. That comes off. Grant Hansen there for the board. Mitchell with it on top. Grant with it on the left wing in front of the DeLaSalle coach, and he gets stripped from behind. They are good at that. Cross court to Pruitt. Pruitt lines it up. That's going to come off. And Hansen again with a rebound. At least 3 for him so far. We do have the official stats, but I've got the overhang on top of me here, so I'll check that in a minute. Trying to get Groves in the post. They get it to him now on the top of the key. He's going to pull up. Here comes Couch for 3. Hey, Mitchell! Couch for the triple. That one's big. And the ball goes out of bounds. Devon Irvin playing too fast. Miller bobbles it in front of the Orono section. They'll give him some heat for that. 34-20 now, 14-point lead for the Spartans. They're in control. Got to settle down defensively a little bit, get some better help. And on offense, let's get some good movement. Here comes Irvin, going to put pressure on Couch. Ooh, here they come. And a foul. Let's see how many of that is on DeLaSalle. That's the team's 6th. DeLaSalle doesn't like it. They're blackout, their student section. Our section is looking to go to the beach. They're all in their beach clothes. Spring break coming. Over to McGurk. McGurk has it. And look at that pressure. Couch now on the wing. DeLaSalle amping up the defense. And there's a runner from Mitch. Hey, he took advantage of the defense. Nice job coming across the middle. Nice arcing floater from Mitchell. Great touch. Dr. Smooth, as I call him. Pruitt to the lane. That comes off. Great position. Ooh, and there's a jump ball. That's going to be possession arrow in favor of the Spartans. Pruitt just ripped it out of Nolan's hands, but they called the jump ball. 5 minutes exactly left in the half. Orono up 16. 36-20. You can see the different styles in terms of pace. Orono scores so quickly, the shot clock never a factor for the Spartans. Our 3 captains, the only ones to score. 19 for Groves, 10 for Woolley, 5 for Couch. Ooh, cross-court path. Here's a, nope, you're going to go with the pull-up. He hangs in the air, and he knocks it down with Pruitt all over him. Groves with 21, the Spartans with 38, an 18-point advantage. Things have settled back down in a good way. Couch on the ball handler. Ooh, look at the cutter behind. He got him stopped. Pull back over Woolley. That's a tough shot. If you make that, I give you credit. Woolley played great defense there. Great step back. 15-point lead, Orono, 38-23, 4:10 left. And a turnover, Nolan. Went behind his back, was going to try to get to the rim. Probably should have just gone straight up to score it. Went out to Couch. Couch had kind of jitter-stepped the other way, looking for an opening on the baseline. Ball floated to the DeLaSalle bench. Todd Anderson, a great teacher and instructor on the basketball end of life. He does a great job with the DeLaSalle program. No small thing taking over for the John Wooden of Minnesota basketball, Dave Thorson. Another foul as they go to the rim. Thought he went straight up, walled off, but Mitchell's going to get the foul. Let's see if that's his second. That's his third foul, so he's going to sit. Adrian LaCursey getting ready to come into the game. That free throw is good. All right, here we go. Number 10, Adrian LaCourcy Jr. Great to see him in the ball game. Hey, what a family that is, the LaCourcys, the best. 38-24, 3:49 to go. Another free throw coming for the Islanders. Try to cut this lead down to 13. That comes hard off, and the strongest guy in the court, Nolan, crosses over. He's going to get Grant for a triple. No. Here comes LaCourcy. He's going to get to the rim, but McGurk picks up the leftovers and puts it in. Hey, good attack from Adrian. And the two put back from McGurk. Let's go. Love it, everybody contributing. Udine easy to the rim. Now he reminds me of C.J. Armstrong. He's wiry, he's creative, he's confident. My goodness, by the time he's done. Here comes Nolan. Gets it off to Grant. Grant thinks about it. Finds Woolley open inside. And Woolley's going to get the bucket. He's got 12. They cannot stop him. They got to look for Woolley down low. He's got 5 inches on everybody. 42-26. I can breathe in this half. And this one going to come on Grant, I think. They say he held a guy coming across the lane. That's the 9th team foul on the Orono Spartans. So Udine will go to the line. I want to say he scored upper 20s in their loss to DeLaSalle last year. Jaden Udine. And that's off. Woolley with the board. And number 5 will bring it up. LaCourcy gets to the corner with McGurk. They're trying to get a little clear out action here. They have not been able to stop Nolan going to the rim. And a lob into Woolley. Goes straight up, young fella. And they didn't call a foul. Yes, they did. He's going to get 2. A very late call. 2 guys on his body, 1 on his arm. It was eventually going to be a whistle. Todd Anderson arguing that one. Both coaches super animated. This is a rivalry that Orono has had a tough time coming over the top on. 2 straight DeLaSalle section final losses a number of years ago with another really strong Orono team that had Jarvis Omersa. First one for Woolley is good. Nolan talking to the guys, getting LaCourcy fired up, barking out some defensive instructions. After this, make. Oh, way to go, Brady. All right, Woolley having a monster night as well. 14-5. He's got 2 fouls. He's playing with 2, and Mitch has already got 3. So that could become a factor. Easy. And I think they're going to call Woolley on this. So that's Brady's 3rd. I'm not sure why he was still in with the cushion and with the 2 fouls, but he's going to come out now. Dane Canwish are going to check in. First free throw flat and out. Orono in control. 2:22 left, 44-26. 18-point advantage. Really been a story of the captains. They have dominated the Islanders so far. That one is front rim, back rim in. And let's see what we can do here now. We got some subs. They're going to have to step up. Nolan pulls up at the elbow. That's going to be short. And Islanders battle for the rebound. And he traveled twice in that play. Didn't call it either time. Oh my, what a hoop. What a basket. Nice play. All right, 15-point lead now. Foul trouble, a storyline that's starting to emerge. 3 fouls on 2 starters. Here comes LaCourcie for a 3. That comes off, but Grant Hansen is there. He dishes to a free throw shooting Groves. That comes out. Aha! 2 opportunities there. Keeping the ball alive with some offensive rebounds. They're going downhill and going to the rim now. And another bucket for the Islanders, and here they come. 44-31. 13-point lead, down from almost 20. LaCourcie gets it on the right wing. Oh, he's got Groves wide open inside. And that comes off, but he's going to get his own rebound, get his putback. Nolan stays with the play. He got hammered both times, strong enough to get it through on that second attempt. Got to get some stops here. 15-point lead, 45 seconds left in the half. This is fun being down here at Williams Arena for the State. Udine, simple little slither down the lane. All right, let's see if we're going to take one last shot. Game clock, shot clock, about a second off. So Coach Wohler likes to just settle things down and get a last shot here, and he will. He's going to try to clear out Nolan. Can't afford to have a foul on him. Oh, he does have just one, so they can take a little bit of a chance here. Here comes Grant for 3. That gets blocked. And the half will end. 46-33. 46-33. Orono rolling up some points on DeLaSalle. A little shaky down the stretch, but the good guys on top. A good story can unfold here in the second half. Let's get through and head to the second round. I don't want to punch our ticket yet. It's going to be tough in the second half, but stay with us. You're on Woolly Vision. I'm Glenn Gunderson, and I'm having a ball bringing this game to you from the barn. left in warm-ups. And I got to call out all these folks from around the world that are watching Woolly Vision. I didn't realize it was global. But thanks for joining us. We've got a great game here, 46-33. Orono in the lead. I'll go over stats in a minute. But first, let's call out, I think, getting the award for calling in and watching from the furthest away, Janine Hansen, watching from London, England. Let's go. Thanks for joining us. Mary Reynolds, watching from Florida. Dot McEvery, watching from South Dakota. Diane Sandvig, watching from Iowa. Ellen Kittredge, streaming from Punta Cana. I bet they've got better weather than we got. Denise Auks chiming in here. And Randy as well from Fairmont. Just to name a few, I know we've got some former Spartans out in D.C. watching. Grant Gunderson and Cooper Shannon. We've got Darlene and David watching from Sun City in Arizona. What a half. Nolan Groves, 23 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. That'd be a nice night for a full game. He is off to a great start. 13 points and 5 boards from Wooly, also off to a great start. But Wooly and Mitch Couch, both 3 fouls. We're going to have to watch that closely. They've got to play some clean defense here going down the stretch. Orono led by as much as 18 or 19. That's a few minutes ago, so my memory isn't always great. Adrian LaCursey with some tough minutes. Got a shot off. McGurk rebounded and scored. Starters the same for the Spartans. They look like they'll be the same for DeLaSalle. Again, DeLaSalle with 5 guys almost all double digits or better on average for the season. We've got the number 4 seeded Orono Spartans versus the number 5 seed DeLaSalle. Orono came through a gauntlet. They had to play 2 top 10 teams, Richfield and BSM, to get to this state tournament. As I said before, DeLaSalle had a cakewalk. I think that's showing. We're so much more physical. Just more mature. Ooh, there's a great cut and an easy bucket. Executed to perfection from DeLaSalle to get a very easy look. And I guarantee you, they will be inspired on defense. Todd Anderson jumping up and down like he's playing D on the sidelines. And there's Devon Irvin creating some problems. Here comes Nolan straight up and down to McGurk. McGurk's shot doesn't go, and they're going to be off to the races. Here goes a 2-on-2. Devon Irvin going to pull up. No, he's going to dish it to Pruitt. Pruitt for 3. No, that comes off. And Groves high for the rebound. He controls it, and he's going to dictate the pace in this possession. Nolan with it. He tries to get it up high, but the defensive pressure totally different now. Islanders woke up at half for sure. Nolan with it in the corner. He thinks about the 3, and then he takes it. No, that comes in and out. And back with the ball come the Islanders. Comes Udine, no help on the baseline. Layup is good. And now the smallest lead for Orono in quite some time, just a 9-point lead. And again, they are inspired defensively. Nolan, he steps back from the elbow. He gets fouled on the shot. Evan Miller hits him, and he'll go to the line. Got to settle it down with a couple of makes here. You got to hope that the ghosts of Islanders past don't come up and bite the Spartans. Spartans got to settle down and get some good looks. Going to have to sprint back door and cut super hard to the ball. First one good. Groves with 24 of the 47 for the Spartans. 10-point lead again. Grant gets into position. Wooly back to make sure he doesn't pick up a cheap foul. And that one's good. 25 for Nolan. Little pressure. Hansen all over Devon. Udine with it, done a pretty good job slowing him down. He had 9 in the first half. Couch all over him. Here comes Devon Irvin. Oh, he traveled in the lane. No call. Gets it kicked out to Pruitt. Great cut from Pruitt. Easy layup. Well, they're executing much better, DeLaSalle. Showing up like they're going to compete this time around. Ooh, Couch thought about it. He's going to take it down the lane. Brady, easy little scoop up in the center of the lane. Nobody can touch him size-wise. Get the ball to the big fella. Now you can see the tentative defense a little bit from our guys with foul trouble. I get it. They got to be careful. Another rebound for DeLaSalle. And there's a tie-up. And that ball will go to the Spartans. Great job, Nolan. He just wrestled the ball back. He could take a chance, too. He's only got one foul. And that was critical because here's DeLaSalle going to go down and try to cut it inside of 9. 50-41, 15-20 to play in the second half. And the nerves are starting to amp up, as are the chip shots and chippiness. Here comes Couch, wide open three. Ooh, that comes in and out. And that's going to stay. No, it's not. It's going with the Islanders. Barry Wohler imploring his guys, stronger with the ball. Let's go. So Islanders have the momentum. Spartans down or up 9. Pruitt thinks about it. They're getting to the rim more and more now. Hansen with a tough assignment guarding Udine, and you got to guard him everywhere. Devon Irvin for 3. That comes off. Oh, Sky over the top. Irvin for a second chance. That one comes off. And another offensive rebound. Box out, boys. And an and one opportunity. Ah, darn it. Got to play stronger. And you got to get those guys off the boards, and it's a whole new ball game. Islanders will go to the line to try to cut it to 6. And it's good. 50-44. With 14:41 to go, and the Islander students are going mad. Pressure coming from DeLaSalle, and now we're going to put Nolan in the driver's seat here as the point guard, and a timeout, Barry Wohler. That'll give DeLaSalle a little chance to pump themselves up further. 50-44, 14:35 to go. Orono has not had many good offensive possessions. DeLaSalle has been super efficient on their end, getting and one after and one. We'll stay with you here during the timeout. Got to find a way to get some points from more than just those 3 captains. Hansen still scoreless. Need to get him to pop for a 3. Nolan with 25. Brady with 13. All right, the Spartans coming back on the floor. I like our chances when we can put the ball in the hands of our 3 amazing captains, Mitch Couch, Brady Woolley, and Nolan Groves. The other 2 guys need to step up, bring the intensity defensively, and make good decisions. This is no joke now, state tournament. Hansen with it on the top. He wants to try to find Groves. Groves gets it with some tough defense. And he gets through. That was a big bucket to grow the lead to 8. That kind of step through that sometimes looks like a travel, but he keeps his pivot foot and then just launches after he pivots. And his change of pace always befuddles the D. Haven't used the word befuddle in a while. That felt good. Here's a 3 from Irvin. No, that's short. And Hansen doing his business on the boards. Great spot for him to step up. He's going to hit a 3 here at some point. And that's going to go off white. Going to stay with the Spartans. Let's see what happens. We got 20-second reset on the shot clock. Woolley got thrown to the side and maybe popped in the face. He's kind of clearing his head. But he's fine. He catches the ball, gets it over to McGurk. Oh my gosh. And they're going to call an offensive foul on Groves. Honestly, what I've seen this year is refs don't appreciate his strength compared to all these skinny high school kids that are bouncing off of him. Not to put down skinny high school kids, I was one of them, but Groves is just so much stronger. I didn't see that foul. So Devon Irvin now. He's guiding the Islanders, trying to pull them all the way back. Where's the help? Ooh, and we're going to call that a kick, I think, and the ball's going to stay with the Islanders. Good help on that play. Irvin went around his defender on the baseline, but both Woolley and Groves were there to seal it up. All right, ball inbounded on the baseline. Islanders in front of their own bench. Udine trying to get open, and there's a huge steal from Couch. We got an advantage here if we can push pace. Here it is. I said he'd dial one, and he did! Hey! I love when predictions come true, especially when Grant sends it through. Grant Hansen with the biggest 3 of the season. Give a little more breathing room. 55-44, back to a double-digit lead. Nothing inside. Oh, there's another Devon Irvin shot. That's way off the mark. Going to get another one from Pruitt. Nope, that comes out. And there goes the man. There goes that man. He gets the rebound. Why not, Grant? Think about it. Gets Woolley inside, and that's going to get picked free. Oh, and the ball's going to stay with the Islanders. Great hustle and no foul. Thank goodness. I was worried Mitch might get his 4th. I don't know if I'd want to take it in on both Mitch and Nolan Groves. Those guys having wonderful senior seasons, and a win here would really put a fine point on the year for these guys finally getting over the top of the Islanders. Thinking back, when you get to beat those perennial powers, 22-23 team beating Hopkins, beating Minnehaha, this team beating Wayzata, nothing like it. And this would be just awesome to finally get over the top of these guys. Woolley on the ball. Mitch chasing. Oh, here comes Udine. And that's good. That was a nice play. He was the first option, but it made it look like he was the second or third, and the way that play was drawn up. Mitch going to take it all the way down. No, he's going to be patient. Back out to Grant. Grant high, and he gets it to Mitch. No turnovers now, boys. You got to play super strong with it and go to the ball hard. Mitch going to dial it deep. Hey! And he goes to the student section. That's a 3. Mitch Couch, massive bucket. 58-47, 12 minutes left. A lead matters against DeLaSalle because they don't play that fast. They play discipline in the half court. There's Udine. And he's heating up. 6 straight for Udine. Comes Nolan, he slips all the way by, and a great block shot, no foul call. Oh, and I thought Mitch was going to get a steal. Evan Miller. That ball comes out, and Woolley commands the rebound, and he sticks with it after it being tapped away, and Couch back with it, and we've got an 8-point advantage, Orono. Here goes Nolan. Yep, and they're going to call a late foul Why he didn't get the early call, I'm not sure. Really late, and they're going to call it on the shot. And again, these guys just bounce off Nolan. Islanders are pissed. He got hammered coming across on the initial drive, didn't call it. And then as he hung in the air, they called some contact on the shot. Could have gone either way on that second one, but he should have been called early. We'll take it when he goes to the line, though, and that's good. 28 for Nolan. 59-50 lead for the Spartans. 11:18 left in the half. We are at Williams Arena on Woolly Vision, and we're bringing to you all over the world. And the second one is good. Nolan with 28. Ten-point lead, 60-50. There's Udine again. And that comes off, and they're going to call a foul on Grant Hansen. And that was a joke. Kid totally acted. I don't even think Grant touched him. Foul was anticipated. Udine will go to the line for three. He is unleashing now. He's had two straight threes. Now he'll go to the line for three. He can cut the lead to as little as 7. Just a 10th grader. This kid. First one smoothly. Nice rotation on his ball. He's going to go down as one of the really, really good ones at DeLaSalle, and they've had good ones. Second one good. Udine going for his 20th point. And he gets it. Nice touch up there. Devon Irvin back in. And he'll extend the defense, try to put some pressure on Couch. 6-point game, 7-point. I feel like they're short 1 point on the board. But maybe not. 60-53. No, that's right. That ball was forced in there. No real room. It looks good for a split second. There's a push-off, and Brady gets it. And Dane Canwisher with a massive hustle play. And why do we want to go that deep? Let's go, guys. Protect the ball. I know it looks good, but they can close on those. Possessions matter now. Ball control, everything down the stretch. Just about 10.5 minutes left. Here comes Udine. He pulls back, and it goes in. That's a 2-point field goal. And a timeout, DeLaSalle. And we're going to have to do something different defensively on Jaden Udine, who is taking over. He's got low 20s now, and he cannot be denied on that step back. That's his thing. So you can feel like you're playing great defense on him, but he finds a way to get that shot off, almost always falling away. And he extends the follow through and he gets it to the rim. Now the smallest lead for Orono in quite a while, 60-55. We know how resilient they are, and no additional fouls for Woolley and Mitch so far this half, which is huge. They're going to have to gut it out, and they're going to have to value the possession. 3 straight turnovers. We can't have that streak continue. Play smart. Long passes against these guys are tough. They're always in the right position. Udine trying to get his guys going. I think the senior leadership of Couch, Woolley, and Nolan will mean a lot down the stretch. Nolan can control the pace again here. Let's not get another foul. And a bucket and a foul. There he is. I got to tell you, I think soon to be crowned Mr. Basketball. He's a Final Five right now. And the other players are deserving of that top 5 finish, but Orono has Mr. Basketball this year. Groves with a double-double, 31 and 11 to go along with 4 assists. He'll get his free throw here. And that one is good. 63-55. 8-point lead for the Spartans. LaCourcy back in the game. He's getting rewarded, obviously, for some great work in practice. Love to see this. And Dane gets it. Oh, I thought he was going to get on the floor and get that one. Evan Miller in the middle. And that's going to be easy. No, it comes off, and Dane stays with it. But it's going to go off of Orono as he falls out of bounds. DeLaSalle player does a push-up or two. He comes back up. Dane skinning up those elbows on this ancient floor. Raised floor here at Williams Arena. If you've never played on it, it feels funky. All right, ball. DeLaSalle possession, and that's going to go off White. This time we get it right, and the ball is going to the Spartans. All right. Adrian LaCourcy, number 10. Joining Canwisher and the captains. And there's a weak pass, and the ball goes back to the Islanders. How in the world did we do that? Oh, here comes Nolan. He's got it. And a bucket for Woolley. A great step through from Nolan Groves. He gets another assist. He's going to get a triple-double here if we're lucky. 65-57, 9:13 to go in the half. Almost halfway through the second half. That gets batted away. Good hustle, LaCourcy. Ball loose. They're getting the 50-50s right now. And go get it, Brady. And he gets it to Groves. Groves got a chance to go right down. He's going to pull it for 3. Does it go? Ooh, it comes off the front rim. Canwisher gets thrown down, no call. Devon Irvin off of his... Oh, come on. That should have been off of Devon Irvin. But I'm guessing that the ref had a better angle on it than I did up here in the rafters. Thank you for joining us, everybody. Quarterfinal of the Minnesota State High School League State Tournament. 3rd straight trip for the Spartans. Become their own powerhouse now. Under the direction of Barry Wohler, Luke Ronka, Brian Gowdy, Mark Sombrowich, the great Mike Lure down there. And that's a travel. Oh, they're going to call a foul on Mitch. Unreal. That's going to be 4 on Mitch. He's incredulous, trying to understand how that could be a foul. Grant's going to come back in for him. They'll have to take a few minutes without Mitch. 8.5 left. He's got his 4th. And he is important to this team. We got to get him back in, hopefully at about the 5-minute mark, if not before. Stay on your feet there, Dane. Stay down. That's it. Stay down. Good defense. Oh, he traveled! And a block shot from Dane Canwisher. And he's fired up everybody. Let's go. He walled up and swatted that thing out of bounds. Dane canceling Miller on that one and keeping the receipt. Let's go, Nolan. Get these guys talking. He already dribbled. If he picks it up and dribbles again, it should be a double. Here's Udine against Nolan. And LaCourcy battles for the board, and he gets it saved. Unbelievable. Adrian, let's go. And he's getting pounded on. Nolan Groves tackled, but only the 4th team foul, maybe the 3rd. Let's see. No. Players from the Islanders kind of pushing it a little bit with the refs, and as is Coach Anderson, but they're settled down. Anderson's a pro. Impressed with him. As is Barry. These guys are as good as it gets. I would say in my top 5 in high school coaches here in the state, both of them. Ball going to the Islanders. That was forced a little bit. Looked like it was tapped off of the White. 8-point lead, 8 minutes to the tee. on the clock. Groves with 32, 11, and 5. Brady with 18 and 7. Leading the way for the Spartans. Don't follow Udine. Here he comes down the lane. Pretty good defense from Grant, but he was just a little bigger and stronger to go over the top. Grant with it, gets it over to Groves. Just a 6-point lead. This thing's getting me a little nervous now. Say your prayers out there. Gets it to LaCursey. Kersey's got it on top. He's going to try to get it to Woolley. He gets Woolley fed. Pruitt on him. Pruitt no way to stop him. And there's Dane down low. He's going to get one up. It's going to go in. Oh my. Dane Canwisher with the bucket of the game so far. 8-point lead, 67-59. Way to stay with it, young fella. A lot of pressure defensively down there, and he just powered it up. Got his mama's strength. And that one sails out of bounds, just the way we like it. And it goes back to the blue. Ooh, an unforced error there. That helps. Let's get it back to double digits. And the Orono Spartans asking, who was that to? That pass way over the head of the intended Islander. Oh, Groves. Oh, there it is. The big man. He gets it fed inside. A beautiful feed from Canwisher, who's coming alive to make a big difference on both ends of the floor. A block shot, a big score, and an assist for Dane. Just when we needed a little extra love, he's providing it. There's a cut, wide open. Nobody sealed off Udine. We're following him down the lane. 69-61. 6 minutes left in this quarterfinal matchup. The winner takes on Mankato State. And a foul for the Groves. He'll go to the line. Keep the ball in his hands and we will be just fine. And as I thought, we're going to get Mitch back in. 6 minutes left. I think that's a wise timing. He's got 4 fouls. Coach giving him some instruction. He's stretching out down there. These are big ones. First one short. Adrian LaCursey, what an effort. He was huge with the foul trouble coming in and making a big difference. No mistakes. And the ball is good. 70-61, 9-point advantage. Spartans up. Groves with 33 and 11. Islanders with it now. Running Udine off of screen after screen. They've got Groves on him now, and we're not. And another foul on Udine as he went up for that 3-point shot. He's going to get 3 more free throws. Third foul on Groves. Again, no replay for us here. You'll have to tell us what you think. I don't think I've seen a Spartan foul anybody all year, so small amount of bias. That one's good. This kid can play. Unabashed, confident. 10th grader on the big stage. Like the Islanders, too, their shoes match the uniform. Looks like they got some tight controls there. You got to have either gold or black or both. That's not the trend in high school basketball anymore. Usually it's a rainbow of color out there, and he makes all 3. Udine cuts it back to 6. Orono 70. Islanders 64. Nolan and Brady leading all scorers on the Orono side. Udine upper 20s now. Comes Mitch down the lane. He's go. Oh my, I don't know. And Dane, there he is again. Go straight up, Dane. Oh my gosh, and they're going to call an offensive foul. And Barry's going to pull a hamstring. Man, he's all over the place, up and down the sidelines. Careful, coach. Haven't seen you move like that since '82 here in the barn as a Gopher. Wow. So a push off on Dane, another monster board. And now Islanders have a chance to cut it to the thinnest margin with just a 6-point lead for the boys in blue. Here comes Devon Irvin. They rub Udine off so many screens. They've got Nolan on him with Nolan 3 fouls, Mitch 4 fouls, Woolley 3 fouls. But now it matters less, just 5 minutes, 10 seconds left. This to go to the section, or the state semifinal, excuse me, even better. That's coming off. Go get it, Grant. Get it to the man. Here he goes. And he drew another foul, and DeLaSalle is upset. But when you're this good, you will get a few benefits of the doubt, and he's in the benefit of the doubt category right now. Hey, we had some of the same go the other way, too. All right, each of these now become really important. Both teams with 6 team fouls, but this is a shooting foul. He'll get 2. Nolan now at his state leading average, 34. Nobody has scored more points than Nolan has, and I believe he's gone over 1,000 points this season with the game today. And the second one good. Cool customer. +8 for the Spartans. Hey, I had them +8 for the game when I was thinking this through last night. Let's see if that can hold. Get to Udine there. There you go. There you go, Dane. There you go, Dane. Great job, Dane Canwisher, to prevent that ball from going back in Udine's hands. And a good bucket. Now, keep it in Mitch and Nolan's hands here. Let's grind it away. Mitch for 3. This would be big. And Woolley wisely taps it to Grant. Grant takes a 3, and he made it! Oh my, I was about ready to tell him, not yet, big fella, but he made it! He made it, 3 points, that's huge, 9-point lead. Grant Hansen. We said we'd see him pop some, and he has now. Got to close out, Devon Irvin trying to get it back, and he does. He's got 3 years of state tournament experience, and that shows. Confident shot, again, now back to 6, 75-69. They're gonna bang on Nolan now. And that's going to be that's going to be a block. He got pushed down. I thought they were going to call a charge. Nolan's going to get to go to the line again and shoot 2. Ooh, a little out of control there, buddy. That one worried me. Robin Woolley and I up here in the upper lower deck of Williams Arena. Robin under the weather. Got to get him back all the way, health-wise. That's long off the back. Let's go, Nolan. Got to have this one. And that one goes, he's got 36. 76-69. A 2 or 3 here, and it cuts it down to that thin margin that we've seen at the closest this half. Here comes Miller, wide open. Canwisher's got to get there. He does. He closes him out. Ooh, nice spin. And they're going to call a foul. I thought it was going to be a kind of a clear-out arm from the offensive player, but Miller's going to go to the line and shoot 2. Oh, they're going to call it on the drive, so bonus situation here. 1 and the bonus. Got to have these rebounds now. Let's see this one clank off. Nope, that's pure. 76-70. A classic now. 3:29 left in the half. Orono's got to hold on. Second one good. They've been shooting free throws really well. Udine 6 straight earlier. Two good teams. All right, a lot of pressure here. You got to double up on Groves. Canwisher gets it in. Couch on top. Here comes the pressure, and Barry's going to talk it over. I think this will be a full timeout. It is. I'm going to catch my breath, folks. 76-71 with 3:23 left. Hate to say it, but it's now a barn burner. Let's see how it finishes. We'll be back in a minute.
When you purchase a Roy Whiting Buffalo Soy dairy product, very fine. Use Black Dairy Farmers right here in Minnesota. Remember the drink council from Very Farm.
All right, here the teams are breaking huddle. Orono out first. Students back on their feet. They stand the whole time. They get a break at timeouts. That's about it. You gotta love the spring when your teams make it to state. Get to play hooky from school, and it's allowed. And at Orono lately, that's been a lot of trips down to St. Paul and Minneapolis. Hockey teams both doing great this year. Comes Nolan, he gets the corner again, and the slow-mo layup. There it is, unstoppable. 7 points, 78-71, 3:05 to go. Can we hang on and finally clip the Islanders? Where's the help? Didn't come, and it came off, and the ball gets corralled and controlled by Brady Woolley, who's having a monster season and a great game. And another timeout Barry wants. And another full timeout, I think. Barry's starting to use them up. He's got 2 left. Let's get that right. He's got 2 left. The possession arrow favors the Islanders. He's got 1 timeout left. So he didn't like something that he was seeing there. So Barry calls another full timeout. 78-71, 2:45 left. Both teams are in the bonus. 3 timeouts left for DeLaSalle. Possession arrow favors the Islanders. Next school starting to pour in. I think we get Totino and Denfeld next. Duluth-Denfeld versus Totino. I think that'll be a 20-point win for the Eagles of Totino Grace. Pretty strong 3A field. Maybe other than Denfeld and Harding, who have pretty weak sections in comparison to the rest. But Alexandria's got a shot. Orono's got a shot. DeLaSalle's got a shot. Totino. And Mankato East, those are my favorites. And all the fans standing again. Parent section for Orono up, many of them with the 4 Luke t-shirts celebrating Lucas Knudsen. Nolan's going to inbound it. He's got Couch up top. Devon Irvin going to get in his grill. I'm going to see if they can get maybe a post up to Brady here. Nope, they're going to go easy and safe and get it back to Nolan. Nolan now will be responsible for trying to control the tempo and the outcome, getting it in his hands as much as you can. Back to Nolan on top. You're using a little bit of clock here. And here comes Brady. Under, up and under, and it comes off, but he tips his own miss in. Brady Woolley with a monster play, tipping his own miss in to give us a 9-point lead, 80-71. I'm jumping all over. By the way, I've stood up the whole time too. Come on, Brady, go grab that. And Mitch gets it. Mitch with the senior shoulders. Unbelievable basket from Nolan. Great patience. He spins, he whirls, he derves, he scores. 40 points now for the senior, Mr. Basketball finalist. Where's the help? Brady brings it. Evan Miller for three. Dane closes out strong, and Brady gets it. And now I'm starting to feel real good. 82-71. 90 seconds left in this one. Keep it in the hands of the Stars, and we'll be just fine. And there he goes. And another bucket for Nolan, right down the lane, trying to seal this one. 1:18 to go. 84-71. 42 for Nolan. He's on Udine, and he's shut him up now over the last number of minutes. And there's a steal from Brady. And here we go. He's streaking. He wants, we're going to play it smart, get it back into Nolan's hands, and now we can call it. 84-71, 54 seconds left. A big streak just at the right time. Turnovers, and Nolan being unstoppable. And where's the foul there? Dane's got it. Kick it out, Dane. Kick it out. Yes. Hey! 84-71, timeout. What are they going to call here? I think it's a timeout. Yep. I think we got a timeout. Let's see. No, I don't know what the call was there. The clock stopped for some reason. Nolan's got it. He's going to inbound it right in front of the coaches. And this is feeling good all of a sudden. Get it way in the backcourt. There you go. Mitch wide open. Mitch to Dane. Dane to Groves. And he gets fouled. He'll go to the line. He'll try to add to his point total, which is Nolan will try to add to his 42. Woolley with 22 and 11. Couch with 8. Hansen with 2 big threes this half. And Canwisher stuffing some stats with 4 points, 1 assist, and 3 rebounds. He came up big today. First one from Groves is good. And say it isn't so, we're going to finally get past DeLaSalle. That feels good. It's been a while. Coach Wohler's shoulders down. He's smiling. He's happy. Ref's talking something over. I don't know if it's a clock issue. There's no shot clock left now. 32.2 left in the game. Nolan going for another one here. He was dominant from the get-go. Had our first 8 points. And the second one, front rim, back rim in. 86-71. Back to that comfortable advantage we had early. DeLaSalle not what they once were, but still a really solid team. Pruitt for 3. That comes off. Dane Canwisher with it. 23 seconds left. And we will walk it. And Udine, for some odd reason, fouls. He's hanging his head. And Canwisher will go to the line to shoot 1 and the bonus. And this one, folks, is going to go in the bank. Orono Spartans going to beat DeLaSalle. Got a 15-point advantage now. The enforcer going to take 1 and the bonus. Yes, sir. Beautiful flick of the wrist on that. And second one short, but it won't matter. 18 seconds left, and we'll count it down. 16-point advantage, and the Islanders will wave the white flag for the first time in my memory. Udine shoots a shot for some reason. He's showing his lack of maturity, maybe. Forgive me, but that's the case. Coach not happy with that at all. 5 seconds, and we'll move on to the semis. Grant Hansen with it. Nolan with a mid-40s effort. And there we go. Orono over the top of the Islanders. They will move on to meet Mankato East on Thursday. A huge matchup, a rematch. And we know how Orono does with rematches. They will be tough to beat when you get the ball into the hands of the Nolan Groves, the Mitchell Couches, and the Brady Woolies. Those three were huge, and massive contributions from Grant Hansen, Dane Canwisher, and the rest. The Spartans move on to meet Mankato East. Join us on Thursday when we try to bring that game to you too, and see if the Spartans can make it all the way to the state championship round. Congratulations, Orono, and thank you for joining Woolly Vision. I'm Glenn Gunderson signing off from my favorite arena in the world, the Barn, Williams Arena at the University of Minnesota. Have a great afternoon, everybody.
Game over. What's wrong with freaking game?
That last few minutes.
Oh, sorry.
No, we're good.
That last one was close. Last 2 minutes of the first half.